Welcome dear students. Today we are going to discuss about managerial remuneration on the topic of company final accounts unit 9 from corporate accounting 1 lab 3. This is Dr. Murugesh MD, associate professor, Wales Institute of Science Technology and Advanced Studies, Pallavaram, Chennai. So what is managerial remuneration? So in company final accounts it's a small part. So what is managerial remuneration? In term final accounts is popularly used to and referred to statement of profit and loss, revised schedule 4, balance sheet, revised schedule 4. The Companies Act has made to keep proper books of accounts for recording financial transactions and preparing its statement of profit and loss and the balance sheet in the prescribed format at proper time. At each and every financial year, the company should prepare for the financial statements in the form of statement of profit and loss account and balance sheet as per the revised schedule in the Companies Act 2013. So what is managerial remuneration? The term managerial remuneration includes remuneration payable to the following managerial personnel: managing director, manager, part-time director, whole-time or full-time directors. So these are all the persons to getting some remuneration for their work, that is called as managerial remunerations. Definition: according to section 198 of the Companies Act, the total remuneration payable to a public company or a private company which is subsidiary of public company to its directors and managers in respect of any financial year shall not exceed 11% of the net profits. So the company payable to their directors or managers in respect of their work in the particular financial year should not be exceeded 11% of net profit. So on the whole, if they are asking for calculate managerial remuneration for managerial personnel, we will take a calculation 11% from net profit after making some adjustments. That is called as managerial remuneration. So managerial remuneration payable to managerial personnel. So they have given some categories as per the Companies Act. So the categories, the next column is percentage of net profit. That means remuneration payable percentage of net profit. A manager 5% from net profit. Second one, a managing director, that is called as MD, 5%. If more than one managing director, they will get on the whole accumulated 10%. Third category, whole time director, he also getting for 5% of net profit as his remuneration. If more than one, the whole time director will get 10%. If in case the fourth category is part-time directors, the part-time directors will eligible for getting their remuneration at 3% of net profit. The fifth category is part-time director who assisted by managing director or whole-time director or manager. A part-time director to assist the above mentioned persons. That means that particular part-time director will get 1% of net profit as the managerial remuneration. If in case there is no insufficient profit or adequate profit, or there is no profit earned by the company in a particular year, what way they will get their remuneration? So managerial remuneration, if there is no profit or inadequate profit, how much they will make the payment to their managerial personnel. So the second category they are classified into effective capital and monthly remuneration. So if the capital of the company is less than 1 crore, they will make the payment 40,000. If the capital is 1 crore to less than 5 crore, they will get 51,000. 57,000. Then third category, from 5 lakhs to less than 5 crore to less than 15 crore, 72,000. Then the last category, 15 crore and above, 87,500 should be prescribed as per the Companies Act. So next we will discuss about the statement of managerial remunerations. That means we must calculate the profit available for calculation of managerial remunerations. With this help of the mentioned statement, we should calculate profit available for managerial remuneration. So how to calculate that particular amount? Then only we should calculate the managerial remuneration. We can't be able to directly calculate from the net profit. We must adjust some items. So what are all the items to be added, what are all the items to be deducted from the net profit, right? So at the top, net profit posted in the outer column, then add special expenses or losses. So we have listed one by one. So all the items posted in the inner column, then add it, then add with net profit, then we will put some total, then we will deduct some incomes and gains, then only we will get net profit for managerial remuneration. So special depreciation, provision for income tax, ex gratia payment to workers, capital expenditure, development rebate reserve, bonus for previous year, loss on sale of investment, manager's salary, commission to manager, provision for bad and doubtful debts. So these are all the special items to be added with the net profit. Then we should deduct some special incomes and gains, capital profit on sale of assets, profit on sale of investment. That means capital profit portion only we should take, which should be deducted from the adjusted profit. Then we will get net profit for managerial remuneration or net profit available for managerial remunerations. From with the net profit available for managerial remuneration amount useful for calculation of managerial remuneration of the previously mentioned percentage or the amount, right? So problem 1, compute managerial remuneration from the following information given below to a full-time director. So how much percentage we should calculate for a full-time director means 5%. So they have given net profit rupees 20 lakhs, special depreciation rupees 20,000, provision for income tax 1 lakh, so ex gratia payment rupees 5,000, capital profit on sale of assets 7,000. So with the help of the available informations, we should first calculate a net profit available for managerial remuneration. With the help of that particular amount, we should calculate 5% remuneration to the full-time director. So how should work out? So with net profit, the special depreciation, provision for income tax, ex gratia payment to an employee, these three items added with net profit, then the capital profit on sale of assets should be deducted, then we will get the amount, right? So statement of managerial remuneration for a full-time director. Particulars 2 rupees columns. At the top, net profit 20 lakhs. Add special expenses, special depreciation 20,000, provision for income tax 1 lakhs, ex gratia payment 5,000. Add these three items, we will get 1,25,000. It should be added with net profit, we will get 21,25,000 less special incomes. So we have only one item, capital profit on sale of assets 7,000. It should be deducted from the adjusted net profit. So we will get 21,18,000. That amount is available for calculation of managerial remunerations. So managerial remuneration for a full-time director equals the net profit available for managing the managerial remuneration into the 5%. So 21,18,000 into 5 divided by 100, we will get rupees 1,05,900. That is the amount for managerial remuneration for a full-time director as per this problem. Then problem number 2. From the following information, calculate managerial remuneration for a full-time director. The net profit for the year rupees 40 lakhs, provision for income tax rupees 2 lakhs, special depreciation 40,000, ex gratia payment rupees 10,000, capital profit on sale of assets 15,000. Looks like the previous problem, problem number 1. So how to calculate managerial remuneration? So statement of managerial remuneration of a full-time director. Particulars 2 rupees columns. Net profit 40 lakhs. Add special expenses. Special depreciation 40,000. Provision for income tax 2 lakh. Ex gratia payment to an employee 10,000. We will add 2 lakh 50,000. It should be added with the net profit. So it should be wrongly posted. So 42 lakh 50,000, right? Then less special incomes, capital profit on sale 15,000. After making adjustments, the amount may be 42 lakh 35,000, out of which we should calculate. Okay. So manager remuneration for a full-time director equal 42 lakh 35,000 into 5 divided by 100. We will get the amount. Right? So problem number 3. From the following data, compute managerial remuneration to a manager and a part-time director to assist the manager. So they are asking for two managerial persons. First a manager and a part-time director. He assists for a manager. That means the manager getting 5% of remuneration. A part-time director will get only 1%. Okay. So capital expenditure 5 lakh 10,000. Special depreciation 75,000. Provision for taxation 2 lakh 79,000. Ex gratia to an employee 30,000. Profit on sale of investment 2 lakh 5,000. Net profit for the year 23 lakh 5,000. That's the problem. So capital expenditure, special depreciation, provision for taxation, ex gratia payment. These four items to be added with net profit, and profit on sale of investment should be deducted. Then we will get net profit available for calculation of managerial remunerations. With that amount, we should find out the remuneration. So statement of managerial remuneration for a manager and part-time director. So net profit for the year 23 lakh 5,000. Add special items or special expenses. Capital expenditure 5 lakh 10,000. Special depreciation 75,000. Provision for taxation 2 lakh 79,000. Ex gratia to an employee 30,000. So add these four items, we will get 8 lakh 94,000. It should be added with the net profit. We will get 31 lakh 99,000 less special incomes, profit on sale of investment. So 2 lakh 5,000. It should be deducted from the adjusted profit. We will get 29 lakh 94,000. So with these amount, we will calculate the managerial remuneration for a manager. 29 lakh 94,000 into 5 divided by 100, 1 lakh 49,700. Managerial remuneration for a part-time director, he will get only for 1% because he assists the manager. 29 lakh 94,000 into 1 by 100, so 29,940. So add the manager's manager remuneration and part-time manager remuneration. We will get totally 1 lakh 79,640 total managerial remuneration. It's so simple. We just identify what all the items comes under the category of special expenses, what all the items comes under the category of special incomes. That means it should be so easy, as well as you must remember what all the percentage commission available for a different category of managerial persons. That is the most important. Right? Next, problem number 4. From the following particulars of Ganga Limited, calculate the managerial remuneration assuming there are two whole-time directors, a part-time director and manager. That means they are given different category of managerial personnel. So how many percentage we should calculate as managerial remuneration for this problem means 11%. No need to calculate a different category. Okay, they are given two whole-time directors, a part-time director and a manager. That means we should calculate for the whole managerial personnel. That means we should calculate remuneration for the managerial personnel at 11%. So net profit before provision for income tax and the managerial remuneration, but after depreciation 8,70,410. Depreciation provided in the books 3,10,000. Depreciation allowable under schedule 14 2,60,000. So we should adjust these three depreciation and then we should calculate managerial remuneration. So statement of managerial remuneration for managerial personnel. Particulars 2 rupees columns. So net profit before provision for income tax, but after depreciation. They already deducted the depreciation. So 8,70,410. Add special expenses, special depreciation. The difference between these two, the allowable as well as books depreciation. 3,10,000 minus 2,60,000. So the special depreciation is 50,000. It should be added with the above net profit. We will get net profit available for managerial remuneration as 9,20,410. So managerial remuneration will equal to 9,20,410 into 11 percentage, because in that problem they are given two full-time director and the manager and the whole-time director and the part-time director like this. That's why we should calculate on the whole 11 percentage. So rupees 1,01,245, that is the amount for managerial remuneration of the different managerial personnels. Problem number 5. From the following particulars, Bharat Limited for the year ended 31/3/2002, calculate the net profit for managerial remuneration. So in this problem, they are asking only for calculate net profit for managerial remuneration. No need to calculate managerial remuneration. That means the statement answer only. So net profit as per profit and loss account is rupees 16 lakhs. Remuneration and perquisites paid to managing director 75,000, full-time director 60,000. Provision for doubtful debts made during the year rupees 30,000. Provision for income tax rupees 8 lakhs. So almost all the items added with the net profit, then we will get the amount. Okay. So statement of net profit available for managerial remuneration, particulars to these columns. Net profit as per profit and loss account 16 lakhs. Add special expenses, remuneration and perquisites. We have two category of managerial personnel. Managing director 75,000, full-time director 60,000. Then provision for doubtful debts 30,000. Provision for income tax 8 lakhs. So we should add all the items, then posted in the outer column. Then that particular amount added with net profit. So 9,65,000 added with 16 lakhs, we will get 25,65,000. That amount is called as net profit available for managerial remuneration. Then problem number 6. From the following particulars relating to All India Limited, calculate the profit for managerial remuneration. Looks like previous problem. So what are all the items given in that problem we will discuss. So profit earned by the company during the year ended 31/3/2001, 2,50,000. After taking into account the following: depreciation on fixed assets 47,800. The depreciation admissible as per income tax rule rupees 32,800. That means the difference between these two items taken is special depreciation. Then provision for income tax 1,22,500. Capital expenditure included in the general expenses charged to P&L account 12,500. So almost all the items comes under the category of special expenses. This amount added with the net profit, then we will get the profit available for managerial remuneration. Okay. Then followed by problem number 7. From the following, that means for problem number 6. Okay. So the 2,50,000 plus the difference between depreciation on fixed assets and depreciation admissible. So 32,800 minus 47,800, so 5,000. So 2,55,000. Then provision for income tax 1,22,500. Then 12,500. So 1,25,000. So 3,75,000 plus 5, 3,80,000 is the answer, right? Then problem number 7. From the following profit and loss account of Saundarya Limited for the year ended 31/12/1992, the additional data given, calculate commission due to the managing director at 5% of net profit. If in case it should not be given 5% of net profit, means we should calculate 5% of net profit as per the norms, as per law. So salary of managing director is to be treated as part of payment of the commission, right? So profit and loss account for the year ended 31/12/1992. The opening stock 11,000. Bonus including rupees 500 for 1991. Total 5,000. Director fees 3,000. Managing director's salary 2,000. Commission 1,000. Development repaid reserve 800. Provision for tax 3,000. Establishment expenses 40,000. Loss on sale of investment 200. Net profit carried out 1,22,000. By sales 1,70,000. By closing stock 15,000. By other income, discount 2,000. Profit on sale of fixed assets 1,000. The book value of fixed assets sold was rupees 2,000 and their original cost was rupees 2,600. So let us see how to calculate the profit available for managerial remuneration and the managerial remuneration value. Okay. So statement of managerial remuneration for a managing director. So particular store rupees columns, net profit 1,22,000 and special expenses. Bonus for 1991, that means previous year value 500. Managing director's salary 2,000, commission 1,000. Then development repaid reserve 800. Provision for tax 3,000. Loss on sale of investment 200. We will take only for the special category of items. Then add these items, it will the total of 7,500. It should be added with the net profit of 1,22,000. We will get 1,29,500 less special incomes. Capital profit on sale of fixed assets. Already given in that question is the 2,000. Yeah. Profit on sale of fixed assets 1,000. Then they have given adjustment 2,000 value to sale and the original cost is 2,600. Okay, so the sale value is 2,000 plus 1,000, so totally 3,000 minus 2,600 is the cost. So the difference of profit is 400 only. Okay, right. That means the balance sheet capital profit on sale of fixed assets is 1,000, but additional information they are given. Cost is sold is 2,000, but the cost is 2,600. That means here loss is 600. That loss adjusted in the balance the P&L account profit. Then only we will get 400. So 2,000 sale value plus profit 1,000. So totally 3,000 minus the original cost is 2,600. That means we will get profit on fixed assets 400. It should be deducted from the adjusted profit. Then we will get 1,29,100. That is called as net profit available for managerial remuneration. Next, how to calculate managerial remuneration. So managerial remuneration for managing director 1,29,100 into 5 divided by 100. So 6,455. Already remuneration paid to the director. So less remuneration already paid. That means salary 2,000, commission 1,000, totally 3,000, which should be deducted. It should be deducted from the present remuneration. Then the managerial remuneration is 3,455 only. Okay, so this is problem number 8. It's assignment problem for you. The following profit and loss account is presented by DB Patel Limited for the year ended 31/12/1998. Profit and loss account, they are given debit side salaries and wages 1,28,000, director fees 4,000, repairs 29,000, depreciation including development rebate 16,000. Should be adjusted. Then we will take the remaining amount. Scientific research, new laboratory setup, we will take in 20,000. General expenses 15,000. Income tax 1 lakh. Proposed dividend 1 lakh. Interest on debentures 24,000. Balance C, that is called as net profit. Gross profit brought down 5,08,000. Capital profit on sale of company's land 25,000. Subsidy received from the state government 50,000. So income tax authorities have allowed rupees 82,000 as depreciation excluding development pay. Calculate remuneration paid to the managing director. So what are the items to be taken for calculation of this problem? So special category of items, depreciation, that means we should deduct 16,000 from 1,06,000. So balance is 98,000. The allowable is 82,000. That means 98,000 minus 82,000. The difference is called as special depreciation. We should take that amount. Then scientific research 20,000. Debit general expenses. Income tax 1 lakh. Proposed dividend 1 lakh. Interest on debentures 24,000. Then on the other hand side, capital profit on sale of company's land 25,000. Subsidy received from the state government 50,000. You should take these two items for special incomes. After making these adjustments, you will get some amount for calculation of our profit available for managerial remuneration. With that amount, you should calculate 5% for managing directors remunerations. That's it. It's a small unit from company final accounts. Okay, thank you.